Morning, everybody. It's Max Convexity. I hope everyone's having a good day wherever you're at. Let's look at the strike prices and some of these option positions on these Defiance and some of the Yield Max funds. And I'm going to take Jackson for a walk. I'm going to get out of here. All right. Well, first of all, let's look at the cash open. So SPX gap down this morning. You can see we're still within the profit box. Of course, top line is full profit, bottom line is break even. So right now we would, this visual would indicate we have a partial profit, maybe like a fifth or something. So let's go look at the 5-minute max spreadsheet and see if that reflects reality. Yeah, there's well, actually, the 5-minute max spreadsheet is 15 minutes behind. It's showing a $76,000 loss at this time. Google Finance does not have live quotes, or it's 20 minutes behind. In any event, in real life, that should be a small gain right now. Its break even is 53.39, and we're trading at 53.40. So in any event, all right. So let's look at the Nasdaq cash open. Nasdaq cash index is NDX. They've opened right the same place. They opened under the profit box, but now they would indicate they have a small profit. The sheet's still showing a loss because it's behind, but now we'll look at the cash open for Russell. Now, Russell had a bigger gap down, but it's moving up. So Russell has some work to do. Russell is in the loss right now. The break even is at 22. Market's trading at 15, so they have a 7-point loss times however many contracts they have, right? Well, we can look over here. IWMY trades Russell. It's an $875,000 loss at this time. And out of the three these funds that I'm talking about, IWMY is the only one that's down right now at this point in the month. Triple QY and JEPY are having great months. In fact, check this out. Check this out. Okay, so this month is where the line break is. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So 6 out of 7 days have been profitable. That negative 28,000, that's today's date. So that's not done yet. That's just the live. So actually, of the days that are complete, we're 6 in a row right now. That's really impressive. And that's the same situation with JEPY, the trades S&P, the trades SPX options. They've been on fire this month. It's showing today's loss, but everything else has been a win. Okay, so now let's look at the dividends. That's why we have these stocks, to get the dividends, right? Well, let's see what we're looking at here. Estimated dividend this month for Triple QY is 82 cents. The estimated dividend on JEPY is going to be 73 cents. IWMY is going to be 79 cents. On USOY, it's around $2. These are just estimates, and I get these estimates from taking the amount of extrinsic premium that these options capture. These options that's their job, to make extrinsic premium. As they capture it, I total it up, and then I total it up, and then I extrapolate it over a full month. Here's the extrinsic. Right now, the extrinsic per share on Triple QY is 27 cents, okay? We've only had 7 days out of the month go by. So this right here figures out what fraction of a month and multiplies it to make it a full month. So at this pace, we get about an 82-cent dividend on Triple QY. And that's pretty damn good when you have an underlying that trades at, $15 or something. That's or 14.59 is the underlying right now. To be able to make 82 cents every month on a $14 underlying, holy shit. I mean, that's crazy. It's just never happened before. Never been able to safely do stuff like this that I know of. In the 40 years I've been involved with trading, you haven't been able to. Okay, so now let's look at these the Yield Max funds. Let's start with Tesla. Okay, now let's look at their strike prices for this week. Tesla's been having a problem of just going straight sideways. It's not really a problem if you're an option seller. All these boxes represent the call strikes. The pink boxes represent the put strikes. There's an inverse Tesla fund called Crash. They sell covered puts. the put strike this week is 172. There's 2 call strikes for Tesla, which is a bullish Tesla-based income fund. In any event, they're fine right now on all their strikes. As long as it stays in the middle, the extrinsic premium just goes to 0. Time decay kicks in. It's good stuff. Okay, now NVIDIA split this morning. It split from like 1,200. Sorry about that. NVIDIA split this morning 10-1. All right. They've sold the 125. That's not very far out of the money. Like I said, I bet retire on dividends, or I was thinking to myself earlier, I bet retire on dividends is going crazy about that. He likes those strikes to be as far out of the money as possible. And don't we all? Capital appreciation is nice, but so's income, and you have to balance the needs for both. Okay, let's look at Mr. This is MicroStrategies. These guys, the high yield fund's name is Misty. These guys know how to go out of the money. These guys have a strike at 1825, and then they have strikes at 1850. So these guys have plenty of room for upside capital appreciation. We'll check out Coinbase. The high yield fund's name is Coney. Coinbase is the underlying, and these guys also went way out of the money. If they're able to capture this, that when you sell a call that far out of the money, the top line is max profit for the trade. So these guys are rooting for the price of Coinbase to go to 280 by Friday. If it does that, it'll make the price of Coney, which is the high yield fund that trades these options, go up by $1.86. It's not a very expensive stock in the first place. That would be a lot of capital appreciation, about 15%. Anyway, all right, guys, I'll be back at the end of the day, or I'll be back at lunch. We'll take a look in at lunch, and we'll see how these funds are doing. Let's look real quick and see if the spreadsheet's caught up with reality. And now the spreadsheet's still a little bit behind. But basically, we're showing a big loss in IWMY and small losses in QQQY and JEPY. Now, I didn't talk about USOY, but let's look at that real quick. They sold the 74 strike put today. The market for USO, which is their underline, is trading at 73.87. All right, 74 minus 73.87 is 13 cents. This position is 13 cents in the money right now. All right, guys, I'll be back at lunch, and we'll look at USOI first, and we'll straighten that out. And then I'll be back at the end of the day with another update. All right, guys, take care. See you at lunch.